So today we're at Block Show Singapore 2019, and right here we have Yi Ming from Tribe Accelerator with us. So thank you for coming. I just want to start off by asking, how is your journey into getting to work with and for Tribe Accelerator as a managing partner? How was your journey, and what was the initial idea of this accelerator?
So the initial idea on why we started Tribe Accelerator was because we felt that there was this gap between blockchain startups as well as the traditional world. There was a lot of fear about the whole speculative notions of cryptocurrencies to the traditional corporates. But we feel that blockchain is a technology that it's beneficial to a lot of businesses and a lot of different industries. And that's the reason why we wanted to bridge the gap between the traditional world as well as the blockchain world on a single platform. And that's how we started Tribe Accelerator, to give more startups opportunities to showcase their solution to corporates, to government agencies, and to the other blockchain leaders in the space itself.
Cool. So between all the startups, the different kind of startups, we know that there's an early stage and then there's late stage startups. So is there a difference between these two in how you support them?
So I think the difference we support two kinds of startup, not only on the spectrum of early to late, but we support startups that are already existingly blockchain startups. So startups and also companies that are non-blockchain startups but are doing really well in the market and want to find out how blockchain can help their business make it more efficient. So one such company is SG Carmart. SG Carmart is Singapore's largest second-hand car marketplace. They have about more than 95% of the market share itself. And what they want to do is they want to look at how blockchain can help them solve the problems of lemons, problems with used cars and stuff like that, through getting workshops to submit data so that they can publish report of how a car maintenance record has been done.
And of these startups, do you have any success stories that you can share with us?
I think one such startup is definitely Mighty Jacks. Mighty Jacks is a company that deals with collectibles in the space. They were doing a lot of business just online store, doing limited edition toy selling for working with brands like DC, Marvel, Cartoon Network to design limited edition collectibles. Today, through the program, we've helped them start using blockchain, working with the Singapore government's OpenNotes technology to embed into their blockchain solution, where they put an IoT chip into their collectible, and this provides tracking. And it also allows them to offer and capture a secondary market share, because now they can work with secondary marketplace to transact the product. Because a lot of time people are asking, hey, is this product real? Is this product fake? Because once it's limited edition and the price value of the item goes up, people start replicating them.
Right, okay. And I know that you guys also help with the blockchain development and the technical development of these companies. So what kind of resources do you provide with them, or kind of technical support do you provide them?
So we always say that we are the glue that binds the different stakeholders together. So of course the 4 different groups of stakeholders that we work with are like government agencies, the technical partners, that what you mentioned, we work with brands like IBM, Consensus, R3, VChain, Zilliqa, Intel, Microsoft, so on and so forth as technical partners, and many more, as well as corporates and startups. So basically what we do is we bridge these technical partners to the startups that require that kind of support itself.
Yeah, and we also want to know about, the role of OpenNodes in the whole ecosystem. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
OpenNodes is a digital media engagement platform where we want to have more collaboration and engagement between stakeholders in the blockchain ecosystem, the 4 that I mentioned previously. What we want to do is, whatever we are doing at Tribe Accelerator is really offline. It's high touch. We can only do it for maybe 10 to 12 startups every 6 months because they need a lot of support. But what we want to do is we want to make this online so that we can reach out to more audiences and really showcase what are the real use cases in the blockchain ecosystem. So OpenNodes is founded by 25 founding members, led by Tribe as well as IMDA, the Singapore Infocom and Media Development Authority, as well as the MAS, Temasek, and the rest of the stakeholders in the ecosystem to collectively drive this blockchain ecosystem forward for more mass adoption to happen.
Okay, speaking of the ecosystem, I know that you're based in Singapore, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, so why is Singapore a good, jurisdiction for blockchain development and for blockchain startups?
I think Singapore has always been seen by the world as a place where collaboration and innovation happens. So similarly for new technologies, and we are often championing for frontier technology. There's of course AI, there's 5G, and there's also blockchain itself. So I think we form a very collaborative ecosystem where we have governments, large corporates, startups, associations, and education institutes coming together and say how can we work together to drive technology forward. And for this time, of course, at OpenNodes, it's for blockchain itself.
Right. And earlier today, there was a panel at Block Show, basically with the MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and they kind of mentioned that they put a bet on blockchain 3 years ago, and they actually mentioned Tribe Accelerator. So I was just wondering, what kind of collaborations do you have with them?
So one of OpenNodes' founding members is the MAS itself, as what I mentioned earlier. And today, OpenNodes is hosting the first Singapore Blockchain Landscape Report that was published by Consensus with the support of the IMDA, the MAS, as well as Temasek itself. So it was recently launched by Joseph Lubin, the founder of Consensus, 2 days back at the Singapore FinTech Festival. So yeah, would love for more people to drop by OpenNodes to maybe pick up a digital copy of it.
Okay, cool. So, other than Singapore, I know that you guys are just currently based here, but are you helping, startups and, everyone in the ecosystem that you can support with expand globally? Is there a plan for helping them, to go to different jurisdictions?
So Tribe itself, though we are based out of Singapore, the program is actually an international program where we have startups that came through the program coming from US, Hong Kong, Korea, Cambodia, Indonesia, coming into Singapore to be part of the program itself. And I think this makes it international, as well as OpenNodes. We've recently started to talk to more different governments and blockchain equivalent initiatives in different parts of the world, wanting to cross-share resources so that startups in other parts of the world can come into Singapore through our support, and our startups can go over to other markets with their support itself. So having this vice versa collaboration, I think is extremely important for the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think that's a great advantage. Well, other than that, what are the other advantages, Tribe Accelerator has over other acceleration programs for startups?
I think because of the strong corporate network, I think this is something that we want to support the startups with, because a lot of times startups needs a buyer for their solution, and whatever they're solving, once in a while it might come across as a problem that the corporates needs to solve as well. So if they can provide their solution to the corporates, and with the strong corporates network that we work with, such as BMW, Intel, PwC, EY, so on and so forth, this sort of large company, we believe that having this strong, robust corporate network will enable more startups to get their solution to be mass adopted, and this is actually good for the ecosystem as a whole.
Okay. Last but not least, just wanted to get your thoughts on blockchain and, being in Singapore. I mean, it's a really great, place to be for blockchain startups and, all kinds of blockchain, entities and that kind of development. So I was wondering, what do you see for the future for blockchain, and, what is the future roadmap for Tribe Accelerator? What kind of goals are you guys trying to reach?
I think we want to continue to connect more stakeholders in the ecosystem, reaching out to more corporates, more startups that are actually really promising, and to showcase their solutions to the corporates as well as the government agencies, to educate the general public, that people that have certain misconceptions and fear about this technology itself, to tell them that actually this technology can bring something good to the world itself as well.
Okay. Yeah, great. Thank you. Really thank you for your thoughts and insights and everything you've told us about Tribe Accelerator. We look forward to speaking to you today, later on, and good luck with your panel. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.